Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with my February layout share. It was quite a busy month. I've kind of been working ahead, so because it gets so cold in Michigan that the She Shed just gets too cold. So these are the layouts that are up on my channel in February. So first, this is an older close to my heart collection. I fussy cut this kind of wave here, which I thought was super cute, and then just did layers, and I'm pretty sure these are all scraps. I think this is a zip strip, so just did a layer, and then layered the cameras there and another zip strip. And then I love how the close to my heart sticker sheets give you larger stickers for titles. So I added that here, did some ink blending in the background to fill in that white space, and then just some simple hearts and really a couple of easy clusters to the left here. So you can see it kind of makes that triangle for your eye. This one here is a 2-page layout. That other one did not have a process video. This one does. So this is a 2-page layout. This one is in a page protector already because it has this flip flap here, and I knew I wanted a journal and I wanted this take a hike, so I actually made this little card here using my stamps. So that was really fun. I don't use stamps a whole lot, but it was fun to kind of create kind of my own pocket card. I used frames at the top, and then I have some canvas flares from Scrap and Happy Studio, and then another frame at the bottom. Carried those frames over to the top here, and there's this little circular one I had cut out previously, so I snuck that in, and another flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. So that is the 2-page layout. Hopefully it's pretty much all in the picture there. This one, I think I had higher hopes for this one, I'm not gonna lie. It's not awful, but definitely not my favorite. I tried to get 3 photos on this one page and then used a die cut for kind of a grid for my 4th spot. This is 4th of July 2020, so it was a lot different, and that's kind of what I wrote about in my journaling here. And then embellishments just did not really follow a pattern on this one at all. You can kind of see I have a triangle here, but then I have this big All-American in the middle. So I don't know, embellishing this one, I like the clusters, but maybe not the placements of them. I was able though to add some, I think they're epoxy flares from Scrap and Happy Studio here, here, and here. She's got great options for really any layout you could think of. So like that. This is a 2-page layout using the Are We There Yet collection from Close to My Heart. This collection is still available through the end of March, while supplies last, I believe. So if you like it, definitely snatch it up. So use just 2 pattern papers here, and then zip strips down and zip strips across the top. Used the border stamp across the bottom, which I thought was really fun. And then really used some other stamps too. This tag, this camera, and this luggage here is from the scrapbooking stamp and thin cuts from the collection. Well, and would you look at that? Another canvas flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. And again, a large title sticker from the sticker sheet, which is just great. I don't have to think about it. And larger icons as well from the sticker sheet. This one is not a process video. This one I did off camera, and I wasn't going to share because, I don't know, my kids pretty much sleep in their underwear. And I've come to the realization they probably don't want that displayed all over the internet. So I did cover them up, but this is them opening their Easter baskets, which it worked out. We were supposed to go on a spring break trip in March of 2020, and so I had bought backpacks and sunglasses and flip-flops and movies, and I had bought all this stuff ahead of time for our spring break vacation that they did not know about. And after quarantine, surprise, I was able to use it for their Easter baskets. that worked out really nice. It was a huge bummer we couldn't go on that trip, but they had some awesome Easter baskets. I don't know, I cut this down and backed it with that kind of, I don't know, is this maybe marigold? And then did a strip all the way across to kind of connect the two pages, because these ones here are the 6x8 paper pads and or scraps. So by doing this, the kind of strip across, it kind of connects the two pages. These are actually irresistible stickers from Close to My Heart. And what you do, you can color them with markers. I blended them. And then they have this pattern on them already. And once you kind of wipe them clean, the pattern pokes through. So I thought those were really fun. I'll have those linked down below for you. And then just used, I guess, just a triangular kind of cluster. I'll do some journaling here about how odd Easter 2020 was. This is the Life's a Hoot collection from Close to My Heart. Again, available through March. I just used this really fun paper on the outside. I did end up using a stamp, which I thought was fun. At the top and the bottom, these are zip strips. And then I did kind of double border it to bring in some different colors here. This blue I thought kind of brought out my sweatshirt. And then I guess kind of a triangular cluster as well there. And again, my title is a sticker off the sticker sheet. This one, these colors and the title, this is one of my favorites this month. This is the Sarah collection from Felicity Jane, which unfortunately that shop is no more, which makes me so sad. But I just ripped two papers down below, one across the top. Used two of the puffy stickers, the Create in the Sunshine, and then I ended up using a different font for Your Own. And tried to use up the embellishment pack, so I added florals up top, a tag and floral here, and then there were lots of like labels. So I staggered them throughout the two pages, added some embellishments to them, and just really like the way that that turned out. And then another two-page layout using Ginny from Felicity Jane. So this one here, I just brought the star paper across, and then just did some strips of paper just to incorporate more colors. And then used that same aqua font with a couple of other ones. Life is Short, Climb a Tree. He absolutely loved climbing this tree at my sister's old house, and she snapped some absolutely amazing photos of him. And then again, using up what I could of the embellishment pack, I added a cluster here, here, and here, just using what I had really. I think the only thing besides some of the fonts that aren't in this collection is this Wonderful there. Otherwise, everything else was from that Ginny collection. This one is using that same older Close to My Heart collection from the first layout I showed you, which I guess that brown strip is not a zip strip. It's part of the paper. This one here would be a zip strip. Again, just only had this one photo, and so I did lots of layers. So the blue, the zip strips down the side, the big camera layer, and then that brown across the middle, just kind of for my title as well. These actually are not Close to My Heart. They are from, I think, a Simple Stories collection. And usually I don't document much spring because our spring here is not the prettiest. It is brown and I don't know. Things don't bloom a lot of times till the beginning of June, so I don't really usually document spring, but the colors matched perfectly, and this picture is from spring. So I just did really the two clusters, top and bottom, for that one. This one here has a video, Simply the Best by Pink Fresh Studio. I staggered my photos and then filled in those extra spaces with these flags here. Ended up having some tags. So I tucked those in kind of under the photos and then used those to embellish. I made the center one quite large with different sized, shaped ephemera pieces, and then smaller ones at the top and the bottom. So this one here is the Storybook collection from Close to My Heart. This one is the third one. So this is again available through the end of March. I almost didn't buy it because it is kind of fairy tale, but this is the collection I actually used the most over the last couple months, and have almost used it up completely. So this one here will actually be for my mother-in-law. I will print and put a photo of my niece here. And so again, just did lots of layers, kind of up and down and across, and then use this, I think must be a zip strip across. And then really tried to use up the girly stickers. So added the unicorn, a crown, the flowers, hello love, cutie and princess. This is from my stash, my title, but really like how it kind of brings that black in from here and the zip strip there. This is that same collection. As you can tell, I did bring in quite a bit from my stash for embellishing, but I just felt like I kind of went in narrow-minded, but once I started playing with this collection, I just thought it was so versatile and I had so much fun. So I actually used a black piece of cardstock for my background, ripped 3 of the pattern papers here, added a strip down at the bottom, and then added just a smaller, kind of, I guess, a subtitle maybe. And that is from the sticker sheet. This Dreamer is actually from a Pink Fresh Studio collection, but happened to be the same colors. And then I did 2 tags. This is from the Mix-In paper pack, and this is again one of the Irresistibles from Close to My Heart. They have alphas and they have just regular paper, and so I just blended this again and added that there. And then almost, I guess, kind of embellished in a diagonal. Grabbed some pieces from Felicity Jane, Scrap and Happy Studio, and then Freckled Fawn, and just kind of did lots of layering here. So a couple different labels from Pink Fresh, and then just different icons that matched. So like that one. And then again, this is that Storybook, and I actually turned it into a winter layout by using my stamps. This is actually from the sticker sheet, which I thought was, I mean, you could use This Is Where the Magic Is really for any layout. And so that's what I decided to use for my title. For this outdoor collection, I have a couple of wintry stamps. So I added some You're Like a Snowflake, Unique and One of a Kind. So I added some stamping here, and then cut out some stamps with my thin cuts. Added a little cluster. Kind of got a little crazy with my stamping at the top there, but some more snowflake thin cuts from Close to My Heart. And then this one here, just added some that worked for the layout. These are actually from that sticker sheet, and it worked for kind of the photos I picked. Made my own kind of, I don't know, center icon, center title, with my stamps, and then this cute little snowman and tree down here. Trying to use up some of my stash. This one will be for my mother-in-law. I can't think of the collection. It's Simple Stories here, but again, just trying to use up some of my stash. So I used 3 different 6x8 pattern papers. This here might be a 12x12. And then just some different icons, the love for my title, some stickers, and then again, those labels. I decided to fill in that space with labels, and then phrases and hearts. This one is using the Freshly Baked collection from Close to My Heart. This one is no longer available, unfortunately. I was way late purchasing it because I didn't think I had enough photos to use it, but turns out I forgot we do gingerbread all the time. So ripped the paper up top, added the red on the bottom. These wood pieces are from Close to My Heart, but I believe those are from last year, so I don't think those are available. I think there is a replacement though, a replacement option. And then really just 2 embellishment clusters here. I did get this canvas flare from Scrap and Happy Studio as well, and just really had fun with this one. It's definitely super simple, but again, able to get 3 photos on and a pretty good size title there. This one here has 2 videos to it. I did this layout once, decided it was way too busy, didn't like the outcome, and completely tore it apart and redid it and added mixed media instead. It's still super busy, still don't love it, but it is what it is, and we're gonna leave it. So this is actually a 2-part video. Let's see, I think I added some of the gold shimmer brush from Close to My Heart. This is Snow and Cocoa from Crepe Paper. So I have a ton of it. This was just a beautiful winter sunset. I think I came out of the she shed and saw this, and yeah, I don't know, it was just amazing. So printed it right away. It does say sunset here. I guess that kind of blends in as well. But just did some smushing technique in the background and then used a bunch of snowflakes. Again, that Storybook collection from Close to My Heart. This one though, I did use the fairy tale theme. I remembered my son was Prince Eric one Halloween and figured, ooh, that would be perfect. Instead of a typical orange black Halloween layout, I'm going to play up the fairy tale aspect of this collection. So I ripped the fairy tale paper, did some flags down this side to fill in that space, and then added some smaller clusters up top and the bigger cluster at the bottom. I was able to use the dragon and a crown and the castle. Here though, I do wish I didn't put these stickers so close to him in the photo. They're too sticky to tear up, so I would change that. I feel like it's kind of encroaching on him and I don't like that aspect, but otherwise I love this layout. And then lastly, another one I did for my mother-in-law off camera. Used a 6x6 paper sheet and just did strips up and down. Added some doilies as some bases for my embellishing because I have brother and best friend kind of filling in those outer white spaces for the title. And I did struggle for a little bit embellishing this one until I found the doilies in my stash, and it was the perfect kind of shade of gray. And so I just did 2 simple clusters for that because the title is so large and the papers are kind of busy. So those are the layouts that I completed in February. A lot of them have process videos, so if you see one that you like, definitely go check out my YouTube page and see what other, ideas you can get from my other layouts. I would love if you subscribed to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. That always helps as well. And we will see you next time. Bye, guys.